All right, next we're going to go to the minor part of the circle of fifths. On the inside, we're going to label them starting on A minor, and this has to be lowercase, and the line has to be over top of the lowercase m. That's showing that it's minor. This is the relative minor to C major. Why? Because they both have 0 sharps and flats. So you don't really need to relabel all your sharps and flats because this line connects them saying, yes, A minor has 0 sharps and flats. So make sure it's lowercase and you write an A minor there. Again, we have the same exact patterns as on the outside. So if we start here on A and we have to count forward to get our sharp signs, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're on E minor. Count again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're at B minor. And if we look at this, the next thing that we're going to help ourselves out with is we're going to call this turn the clock. So if I had this clock up, and the clock is at 12, 3, 6, and 9, and I picked this clock up, and I turned it sideways, and I hung it back up onto the wall, and now the 12's here, the 3's here, the 6's here, and the 9's here. Still the same clock, it just got turned a bit. Right, so that makes sense how it got just turned sideways? So if we look at this, here's 12 o'clock, or I mean, here's 3 o'clock, right? It's right there, 3 o'clock. And now it's going to be up at the top of 12 o'clock. So we had A, E, B, F sharp, C sharp. A, E, B, F sharp's going to come next. And then C sharp. Okay, we could go the opposite way. So if this was B, E, A, the next one's going to be D, G, C. So we write in D, G, and C. If we're going backwards on the flat side and we're going backwards from A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's our answer, which is D minor. So it works that way by turning the clock. Let's keep going here. So if we have F sharp and C sharp, we can go up here and find F and C. So the next one must be G sharp minor. Remember, once you have down the F sharp, just like on the outside, everything afterwards is going to have a sharp sign next to it. So we're going to use best friend for the inside, just like we used it for the outside. So if we keep going from G sharp, we had C and G, so the next one's going to be D sharp minor. And now we're at 7 o'clock, so last but not least is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A sharp. And so just like on the outside, we went from C to shining C, now we're going from A to shining A. Isn't that wonderful? I have no saying for that. So it's going to be A to shining A. We do our 3 little slash lines again because we've got to go this direction and have 7 spots. So far we've done D, G, and C. So if we go backwards some more, D, G, and C, we're going to have F and then what? We're going to have that B flat. Now it's just like our best friend again, so make sure you label it with a flat sign. B flat minor. And we keep on going, 2 more spots, because we have 2 more spots left. This one would be E flat minor. And last but not least, we went from A to shining A flat minor. Now we have a few more ways we can check. So if we're going to check in the inside and you just totally forgot what you're going to start with, and you knew it was C major on the outside, this is like a bridge. It goes A, B's hiding under the bridge, C, A, B, C. So let's label that as a bridge. A, B, C. Yeah. This one I did last year, and it was called crisscross bridge. You go A, B, C, D's hiding under the crisscross, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So it's hiding under the little spots. So every other letter is going to be the next letter. Okay, you can do it this way too. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So hopefully you're seeing how there's one letter that's hiding underneath the bridge. So that's what these are. So we've got many, many ways of double checking to make sure. Again, you could look across and see A and A, E and E, B and B, and go all the way around. You can double check when you're skipping the ABCs and say A skip, B skip, C skip, D skip, E skip, F skip, G. So there's so many patterns, really you should not get this wrong. Now you're going, well, what does this have to do with anything? Glad you asked. This has to do with where we're going to find the sharps and flats, and we're going to have key signatures. So when you see a problem on the board and you're wondering what you're going to write in, and it says blank major or blank minor, you might see 3 sharps. So you're going to go to 3 o'clock and find your answer. Oh, it's A major, or our relative minor is F sharp minor. It's still at 3 o'clock. So you're going to have 2 answers here, A major and F sharp minor. Now on the board, when I give you problems, I say blank major, so then you don't have to write down F sharp minor because you know it's major that I'm looking for. Or vice versa, I might have down blank minor and you write down F sharp minor. Let's do another one. So if I have down how many sharps do you see? There's 6 sharps there, so we're going to go to 6 o'clock. So if we're at 6 o'clock, are we going to have F sharp major or G flat major? It's F sharp major. Now why is it not G flat major? Because we're talking about sharps, not flat signs, right? So F sharp major is our answer. What about our minor answer? Is it going to be D sharp minor or E flat minor? D sharp minor. Why? Because we're not talking about flats, we're talking about sharps. So we're going to write down D sharp minor. Now, there's another thing that you can figure out without drawing out this whole circle of fifths. You can figure out sharps a different way. So if you go to the very last sharp, and this is sitting up above the staff. So if we think every good boy does fine as the top line, A, B, C, D, E, F, this is going to be a G. Well, if you look at the last sharp and you go up 1, this is a G sharp and you go up 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, it's A major. So that's how you figure that out. Let's do this one. So if this is our last sharp and this is F, A, C, E sharp, if you go up from E, you have A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. So this is going to be F sharp major. Okay, so write that down on your page. Go to the last sharp and go up 1. Say it again. Go to the last sharp and go up 1. That'll be a bonus point on your quiz. And that's an easy way to figure it out, especially if you're confused about your circle of fifths. You can still figure it out. All right, so next, now we have our flats. So, here we have how many flats? 4 flats. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left side and we see 1 flat, 2, 3, and 4. So our answer is going to be A flat major and F minor. So please write that down. A flat major and F minor. Let's do one more problem together and try this one. How many flats do we see? 7 flats. So, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are we going to write down C flat major or B major? C flat major. Now, why is it not B major? Because again, we're not talking about sharps, and that's labeled as 5 sharps. We're talking about flats, so we have to write down C flat major has 7 flats. C flat major. What is it going to be for the flat sign? Is it going to be A flat minor or G sharp minor? It should be A flat minor, because we're talking about flats and not sharps. So write down A flat minor. How can we find this out without the circle of fifths? You're going to write this down. Go to the second to the last flat, and that's your answer. Again, go to the second to the last flat, and that's your answer. So if we go to the second to last flat, here's our last one. So you got to read it from left to right. So if you've got, you know, a car coming along the road here, it's going to hit this flat first, then it's going to hit this one second, and that one third, and this one fourth. So the second to last flat is right here. So it's a space note. So you go F, A, C, E. This is an A flat. Right here's our answer, A flat. Okay, so that's pretty easy. We go to this one. We're traveling down. This would be our second to the last flat. So F, A, C. This would be a C flat major, and there's our answer. So you go to the second to last flat, and that is your answer. What if we saw just this? And there's no flats or sharps. It's not 0 major. What's it going to be? 0 sharps and flats. C major and A minor. So there are answers for this. C major and A minor. And then the only one that doesn't follow the rules for the flats is when you don't have a second to the last flat. And you only have one flat. This fails to follow the rules. It's F. It fails to follow the rules. It's F major. F major has one flat. Inside, D minor. Okay? So this is why we have the circle of fifths, so that we can figure out what the major is. Now once we figure out the major, that's going to be our do. So for an A flat major, and we see a note up here on the A, that's where we're going to sing do. B would be where we sing re. So that's the whole point on figuring out what these key signatures are and having the circle of fifths.